families take time in the summer to go on road trips or fly to a distant location. You have bags, snacks, and activities packed for everyone, but you might be forgetting about a very important member of your family. Pets have particular needs while traveling that should not be neglected. Here are a few things that you should be aware of regarding your furry friends and some options to make sure your pets arrive happy and healthy.
This is a popular time of the year that people travel with their pets, whether it be by car or putting pets on the airplane. We even have some pets that travel by boat to either local destinations or far away. We have some that go up through Canada. And it really takes a lot of preparation to get ready for travel. One of the big things too, I always tell my clients, is to make sure you're bringing the food that your animal's used to. Travel can be stressful and it can create a lot of anxiety even when you get to a place. So bring the same food in case you can't get that food wherever you're going. The other thing is you want to make sure that if you're traveling in the car, your animal is secure in either a crate or a seatbelt. That also can give them a more calming effect. If your dog or cat or other animal has an underlying medical condition, you want to make sure you pack all of your medications with you.
What we have here at Birds Hill Pharmacy is a full compounding lab. We offer medication for both human and veterinary as well. So for our veterinary population, a lot of times when they travel, there could be disturbances in their normal eating cycles and what their food supply might be. And with that comes some gastrointestinal issues. There could be exposure on hikes or swimming where they can get some skin irritations or other conditions which would require medication. So the medication that we make is what's not commercially available. We create new dosage forms out of existing medication and provide solutions for animals of all shapes and sizes. So whether it be a 20-pound Dachshund or a 200-pound Mastiff, we are able to dose medication in an appropriate dosage form for that veterinary patient.
Many animals get used to traveling in the car, and if they're a little anxious, we try to tell people do some practice trips locally, drive around town, get them in the car, get them used to it. There are some animals that just, despite doing all the behavior modification that you can do, are still going to be very anxious and often require a sedative. Certain animals get also very nauseated and will require some medication too to help fight the vomiting and the feeling of not wanting to eat. And that is something that I always say too, try it before you go. We can either use antidepressants or we use antihistamines, and the form of it can be compounded, or we can use an oral liquid form that we have available.
Everything that we compound is pursuant to a prescription. So we work with local physicians, whether they be pediatricians or general practitioners, as well as veterinarians, to come up with a compounded solution for their patient.
One thing also, when we get into the high temperatures, remember there's a law, too hot for spot. Plan ahead, make sure you have all your snacks in the car. If you're stopping for gas, take the dog out. Cats, I usually say don't let out of the car, keep them in their carrier. But plan ahead so that you're not leaving your pets in a car, especially during the heat of the summer. The animals, they're going to need breaks too. So getting out of the car, offering them some water. I don't usually recommend heavily feeding them during the trip. Usually, depending on the length of the trip, once you get there, get settled in, then feed them. Maybe a light meal before travel, but a lot of animals feel nauseated. So you can kind of wait till you get to your destination, if that's possible.
Some of the dosage forms could be done either topically with a syringe, which we do a lot for our feline patients, and the medication's dosed simply by using the topical syringe. Additionally, we have what we call a topi-click for our human patients, but for our veterinary patients we call it a licky click, because the medication comes out and the dog can just lick the medication right out. So that is a nice palatable way to provide medication for a tricky veterinary client. To make administering the medication a lot easier, besides changing the dosage form, we can also change flavor. So we have a lot of different flavors to choose from, which our veterinary patients tend to like, whether it be tuna, liver, chicken, beef, or even some more fruity flavors for our exotic birds and other animals that just really enjoy sweet flavors.